Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If anyone's here. Hello, everybody. Good get in here, Wayne. All right. We are at the Apollo HQ. For those joining in, we're having our album release listening party. Have a nice setup here. We want to show you this right here. All right, check this out. It's our first LP. Here we go. Going back in time to the future. That's right. So we're happy you're joining us. We're just kind of getting started here. We'll do some listening in a little bit, but thanks for joining. Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
All right. Here, let's get give people this view here.
Yeah, that's perfect.
There we go. That's good. That's good. Okay. We're going to get some drinks. So if those of you waiting, why don't you go get your own drinks?
Love it.
You can join us in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get started in just a bit.
Yeah, that's okay, cool.
Let it go.
But yes, the link that you sent takes me to your program last night.
Really? Well,
let's see here again.
Oh, right, playing last night. Well, Mom has played with us before. She did our
She was live streaming to those who
Kennedy
want to
Center.
click here.
She also did, she also did the same show last summer at Miller Theater.
When I click
So she's
there,
been with us and she's done lots of sort of run out stuff. She's still just, a stopgap. Yeah.
Does she live in Houston?
Yeah.
it goes to there
Yeah.
from last night's performance.
Yeah, commuting is always hard, but yes, that's the
Oh, there's a plan?
well, yes. So yeah. Anyway.
Right. So is your next violist that's permanent gonna be one that lives?
That lives in Houston. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be, that's
Sure,
hard
thank
enough.
Oh, friends are the first thing.
Thank you. How have you been, Ed?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good. Yeah, good.
These
Yeah.
are vegetables.
Good.
Well, that's for last night's program.
Wow.
The summer is now gone.
6:00.
Is it though?
Exactly.
Okay.
I know, like the last couple mornings have
We
been-
cannot complain about this summer. This summer has been
Actually,
quite
yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, and especially compared to the last couple, which was so.
Gotta have this year. Maybe I got my base. Yeah.
Oh, great.
I remember I was.
Okay, Arlie.
A month ago, I was driving like,
Let's see. So we're looking. Let's see.
That's right. Yeah. It's all a matter of perspective.
Yes, please. Now,
I know we did our summer.
here's your email.
School started
That link goes to the program last night.
We've almost had 2 months.
And here it says,
I'll send it to
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah, well,
The
that's,
other
you
thing
know,
we could
the-
do
the local
is
days,
we're
they
live
take over
on
the
their
event,
YouTube.
change
So
the
it'll show you a live
It's not a
button,
bad
and that
thing
should
that kids
take
go to
you
school.
like it
Oh.
should take anyone to.
I don't
So if you just go to Apollo Candy Players YouTube, that should pull it up to you.
Plans.
There you go.
My summer plans.
And if you go to their YouTube channel, then you just click their picture is red.
Yeah.
well, see, I'm trying to go there.
Yeah,
So your older patrons.
that's through YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yes,
YouTube.
sir.
Okay,
Summer.
Yes.
there's
You know
YouTube.
where this is going?
Yeah.
They're staying
gonna go.
out of Houston longer. So now they're actually, most of them don't.
If we go to, yeah, so that's their channel.
Yeah.
So right there, click live.
Oh, click
A
live.
little longer.
And so anybody that goes, if they can find their YouTube channel, they go to the YouTube channel, you click the red button and it'll go to it.
Okay.
So that may be a way to let people
But let me send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link. Send you the link.
Oh.
I grew up in Minnesota and then I just.
Yeah, you're on screen, yeah.
Climate migration hotspots.
Oh, okay.
How are y'all doing? This is beyond cool. I just have to say, like, first off, we got George in the corner, lit up, right? This amazing banner, right? So just awesome stuff. We've got some copies of the band album, and this one is signed by several of the performers on band, right? So just really, really fun. And then,
No.
I'm not going to spoil it, but you see a record player here in the middle. whoa, okay, whoa. And this picture, iconic picture, which by the way, I might not be allowed to spoil this either, but I'm going to go ahead. Today is October 5th of 2025. Let me tell you, October 5th, 2024, exactly 1 year ago tonight was the concert with George Takei. Like, how cool, how fortuitous, right? So this picture is from October 5th of 2024, right? When they recorded the concert. So cool. Like, Apollo recorded the concert with George Takei. They recorded the Book of Names with George Takei for this album. So all of that happened last year at this time.
We're gonna have to celebrate that anniversary, everyone. All right, we're
Yeah.
getting really meta
So
here.
happy 1 year
recording here.
anniversary to
1
Apollo
year
and
ago.
George Takei.
This
Right.
creation happened.
Yeah.
With this guy right here.
So fun.
There's a recording. We'll talk about the other amazing pieces on the album as well.
Yeah.
Here's our revised pads.
So just a smorgasbord of really great stuff here. Really fun. And we're going to get started with some music in just a bit.
Maybe yeah. Well, hopefully people will.
You want to introduce your dad?
Yeah.
This is my dad, Joe Dietrich. For those of you, he's down here. He's been instrumental in this development of myself as a human being, and thus the creation of Apollo.
It's wonderful to be here from Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
Hey.
home of the Pennsylvania Dutch.
We'll say a shout out to Venona Dietrich, my mother too.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. Hi, Vanilla.
Hi, Mom.
I'll try to get her online.
Oh, and we have here. We have a wonderful Apollo dog. This is Kuiper, named after the Dutch astronomer Gerhard Kuiper. I'm
Yes.
just making up his first name. I don't know.
Yeah,
his first name.
Kuiper.
What's his first name? Anyway, Kuiper,
That's a good question.
Kuiper, which
Type in the
now
comments, let us know.
houses the former planet Pluto. And some other celestial.
I'd look it up, but I got to keep
objects.
my phone free. So if you let us know Kuiper's first name in the comments, we'll. Yeah.
What do you have to say for yourself? He's heard a lot of these recordings and rehearsals. Maybe not the recordings, but he's heard the rehearsals.
Yeah.
All right.
Fun.
He's barking. He made an appearance in our concert last night.
Love it. Yeah,
All
this
right.
is some fun
Live
stuff,
long and
y'all.
prosper.
Oh,
Live long and prosper.
wait.
Yeah.
You know that is not easy for me. Like I try.
Well, the funny thing was that George.
Yeah.
Hey, oh Marty! Oh my word!
Hey,
Where did you
hey.
come from?
Hey, buddy.
Oh my
Hey.
word! How are you? Good to see you.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Oh, my
everybody! This is
gosh.
Marty Regan, the composer of the Book of Names.
Hey.
Yes, and who is this young gentleman?
David Wheeler, he was the
Yeah.
master for the Shakalotchi Festival.
Awesome. Okay. Well, welcome. Welcome.
with you guys at the festival.
That's right. I remember now. What do we?
Stage managing and all
Yeah.
most of the time.
Well, man, glad you're here.
How'd the concert go?
It's good. It was great. Good. It was good. It's our little pushback.
A little. Yeah.
Did you hear it at all? The live stream or anything?
It
Or?
was so
No,
phenomenal.
I haven't.
It was so
Something special
phenomenal.
happened?
Well, no. It was really.
Someone else is coming. That's that part we know.
Great, like this idea
Oh, is it a dog?
informed
Another dog?
this season.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, just to talk about like this idea, like what we did with George and this album informed our current season, American Story, because he's so much a part of that story. So,
Yeah.
anyway, check this out, Marty. Our test pressing of the vinyl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tonight.
We're gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
This is great. Okay, we got 3 on. Let's
We
move
got it here. And... Have you been in our HQ yet? Have you been here? Of course you have.
Of course I have.
Of course.
Remember, I was
Oh, I
there.
see why we're mad. Okay. Now I see.
Oh, that's right. That's right here. That's right. Let's get to know each other.
Friends, how are you?
This is Kuiper.
To be here.
I know it's a new one. I like the Kuiper bell. Hey guys, how you doing? Let's get. Maybe they can't. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. Guys, it's okay. It's all right. We have another dog in the. He smells good. Is it she or he? He. Okay.
Yes, he's just come from his
What's his name?
hairdresser.
Oh my goodness.
So we have some more people joining us. This is Janice and Majid. right here.
Oh, Annabelle has made it too.
And Annabelle.
We are live right now.
Yeah, we're
I see. That's excellent. Very cool.
Yeah.
welcome. You haven't been here since the Christmas party. Oh my word! Oh my gosh! Great.
Whoops. Your best. We'll have a look. Good. Come on, Jack. We're gonna walk over here.
Yes.
In front of the camera.
Oh my gosh, precious.
This is the side.
Just for tonight. Look at this nice Moroccan rug that Majid has gifted to the Apollo HQ. Wow, very nice. So, and also this is Marty in the
Hey, Piper. Okay, Piper.
And Dave, right? I'm a friend of mine. Yeah, sorry, a friend of mine. This is really beautiful. He's gifting this to the Moroccan rug.
Yeah. A year ago. Very nice.
Did you come in for the concert?
Yeah.
That look good on those black floors.
Oh, cool. Oh,
It's good to see
nice.
you again. Been
That's
well.
great.
Been well.
Thank you so much.
You're quite
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh,
My pleasure.
cool.
That's beautiful.
You just came back from Morocco?
No, I haven't been there in a couple of years actually, but my husband goes back.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, I'm really nice.
Where are you from?
Yeah, so,
No.
yes.
Welcome, welcome.
What's
Hello, everybody.
I've been there.
Right.
A long time ago. 18. Right.
Is on.
I heard. I went back maybe,
I know, Marty.
Last year.
Last year.
Good to see you.
with my son.
And hello.
I have a
Nice to
friend
see you.
that's, he didn't make it.
Yes, of course. Yeah. We performed together.
And in 1981,
Hey, thank you. Yeah.
Maya. And,
Yes, all the things, all the new things.
in the south, the chapel.
Yeah, you guys were in town?
But there was
Close to
nothing.
town?
I had to pick up the airport.
Oh,
Yeah.
performing this week? Nice.
81.
Very good.
Yeah. So I had to go back because I didn't see my friend.
Oh, excellent, that's great.
So,
So you press this on.
Yes, yeah.
That is so wild.
I will go back sometime.
Yeah,
Very
that is
expensive.
what I was thinking.
Si può Guadalajara o remoto.
And the audio files.
You're welcome. Yes.
But I've never had
So
the
what
money
you
to
do?
get into it. To the degree that they do. Yeah. Well, I know, well. Yeah, well, plus all the equipment, it's like, everybody wants stuff that breaks the, yeah.
I used to have this magazine on TV.
Did you come? I was right there, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the,
But I think I've been traveling since
It's not him barking.
but he's right there. Look.
I think we all know that.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, let's see. I thought it was Piper. No.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Yeah. A little bit.
Just a
Can we borrow you for 5 minutes and have a little conversation with
Sure.
you?
Yeah.
So we can-
Yeah, we just want to ask her.
And then you go. Yeah, all right.
Okay, yes, please. Wayne, we actually, nice to meet you, yeah.
We should get in my office, yes. You guys have sugar. I think when you were here, this was done. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, so
What's on you?
we've got firewall now, yeah.
Oh, now me? Or, okay, he's taking a second.
Yeah, he's taking a second. But yeah, so basically, hey, y'all, so we're,
Wow.
Which side are we going to, Wayne?
I don't know my left from my right, unfortunately. So my apologies about
It's
that.
okay. It's all
Hey,
good.
so we're here with the amazing Matthew Dudzik,
Hi, everyone.
cellist extraordinaire, and a really wonderful portion of this amazing group. And
Holding down the low end. That's
Yeah.
right. That's my job.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and that is not. There's no pun in that. That's absolute truth. So yeah, I mean, I would just love to ask you, like, in terms of like this whole process, that has become
Yeah.
the band album. Like,
Yeah.
like, so what are your impressions of like, how this came to be and like, the different steps that Apollo's taken
To get to this point, well, I mean, it's been building for a long time, starting back with our very first commission through our 20 by 2020 commissions, and
oh my gosh, wow, yeah,
reaching out to connecting with lots of different artists and composers, and developing relationships, and then I think it's just grown out of that, all the successes of that. Plus, it's grown out of kind of the state of the world that we live in, and wanting to make our mark and speak a little truth to power.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You know what amazes me about, because you mentioned 20 by 2020, and that was like, amazing, but it just reminds me of like, so I've gotten to been blessed enough to collaborate with Apollo several times,
yeah.
but I'm also just a mega fan.
Awesome.
And the reason that I'm a fan is because not only do you all do really quality work, but you're willing to do things and try things that are just outside of the norm. So for example, 20 by 2020, doing 20 commissions of works by the year 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, and I thought that was phenomenal,
Yeah.
but now it's 2025 and y'all have done, I mean, way more than that.
Well, there was
50,
always
60, something, I mean,
yeah,
something
the count is up there. It's getting close to 100 for sure. Yeah, and I mean the seeds for all of those original 20 by 2020s, there was always some sort of theme or hook or idea behind them. So I think that's what carried over into this album
it's really,
too, each of the.
It's really incredible because the commitment to new music, is really stunning. I mean, Man is a perfect example of that. But it's this is many albums,
and we live at a time where there's so many unique voices, and it's easier than ever actually to find people who are doing interesting things. The way the world is interconnected, and so that's part of it, is like bringing those voices to the public and doing our part to celebrate them.
And I guess maybe another thing I'm curious about, maybe I'm opening a can of worms here, but it's interesting because you all are fantastic. I mean, like, I've heard you play, Mozart,
very kind of you,
and Haydn, and all of the things that
the standard repertoire that we grow up on. Yeah.
A string quartet to do, but what is it that keeps Apollo chamber players motivated to keep looking for new territory, like new avenues?
Well, all music was new music, Wayne. I mean, I think that's one of those things, right? Once upon a time, Mozart was new music. It was contemporary. Beethoven was contemporary. And so all these voices, there's geniuses out there if you are looking. Not that everything has been, but most of our collaborations and our commissions have been.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, like, With Malice for None is a really amazing album. It's Trace of Time. I think the previous album, I can't remember, but it's
I even
really
lose track
great.
of the order.
It's just so many wonderful
out.
things. And I mean, today Marty Regan's here with us. He's the composer of the Book of Names. So
Which
it's
is
just
really powerful and meaningful work. Yeah.
Wow. Talk about American history. I mean,
That's
like,
right.
that's kind of, it still blows my mind to think about that, and think about how, like, the crescendo of that piece, if you don't know, be sure to listen to it, is, the Apollo's, everybody's playing all these amazing music piece, and it becomes more and more intense. And at the apex point, the quartet stops and starts reading names of some of the Japanese Americans, 125,000 something Japanese Americans that were interned during World War II. And what is so powerful about that, on the new edition of that piece, which features George Takei has given narration to this piece. And George Takei reads his and his family's own name as victims of that internment. I mean,
It's very powerful.
I mean, I was there a year ago today at that amazing concert, and I mean, I will never forget that.
And Marty's music works so well with George's narration, and the piece stands alone, and that's why we put it both at the top of the album and at the end without the narrated portion. So
It's
two ways
just-
to enjoy that.
It's just so well. Yeah, thank you so much.
Nice talking with
Always,
you, Wayne.
always
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't
so
wait
glad to be
wait
here.
for the next time we get to work with you. You know,
Oh,
I'm sure it's right around the corner.
absolutely. Sign me up. I'm
Yeah.
ready. I am ready. Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you all. All right. And next we have a wonderful interview with the incredible Marty Regan. So Marty is the composer of the Book of Names. This is so wild because I just have to share with you. So I was there a year ago. It was October 5th of 2024.
George Takei.
Yeah, when Apollo Chamber Players premiered the Book of Names, the version with George Takei, and I mean, I just have to say it was such a powerful moment. Like what?
Yeah, the whole
what-
evening, yes.
Yeah, what sparked that for you? Like, what made you think to compose a piece like this?
Very good question. Well, I've been interested for over 2 decades in writing music that has some sort of social commentary. I mean, I've written, for example, a piece that pays homage to the victims of the 9/11 World Trade Center bombings. I've written a piece called Becoming Water, which reflects upon the climate issue, climate change in the world. And as you know, I have a deep affinity for Japanese culture. And so I tried to put this idea together along with Apollo's vision to offer music that reflects on some of the most important social issues of this time. And I thought, wouldn't this be a good opportunity to just think about what we did to the Japanese Americans who were incarcerated in World War II. And so I did some research to discover about this sacred book that was on display at the Los Angeles Museum of Japanese American History up until November 2024. And in that book is a listing of all 125,161 names of the Japanese Americans who were incarcerated. And so, I started writing the piece originally for just solo string quartet in a type of elegiac type style, which a lot of that material I retained, but I really wanted to do something with the idea of movement. And so that's why there's this section, 2/3 of the piece, where there's this extravagant, this climax that comes to a moment of silence, and then the players offer a kind of words from the book into this cacophony, right? And you probably know this, but the original version actually had scrolling video as well. And the idea was, because at the end of the Book of Names, it actually says, "We vow to remember them all." So the idea was that in a 10-minute piece, to create a memory space to remember all of the people who suffered at the hands of our government in the 1940s, right?
So incredible. And I remember from maybe like the concert talk, we were discussing about the musical, I'm trying to remember the words, but the musical equivalent of that type of elegy.
Right.
That we don't
A sonic monument.
A
That's the
sonic
word.
monument.
A sonic
Yes.
monument. Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
So creating this sonic monument to this very important part of our history and something we cannot forget,
Yes.
especially in times that feel very uncertain right
Yeah,
now.
very
We
timely.
don't know what's coming around the corner.
We don't.
But to know that in our history that happened before, those sonic monuments are critical.
It is critical. The whole idea about physical monuments, like if you think of Ground Zero, right, or the Oklahoma City bomb memorial, or even Peace Park in Hiroshima. All of these exist to prevent us from forgetting, right? To take these, humans are imperfect beings. It is part of the human experience, right? To be imperfect and to make mistakes. The question is, what do you learn from those experiences?
Right.
Right? And through Mr. Takei's story, right? From somebody who was there, 3 years old, forcibly taken from his home and relocated for his stories of life over again and struggle with, am I American? Am I Japanese? Being embarrassed of one's identity as a Japanese? We're a country of immigrants. There's nothing to be embarrassed about having, ancestral roots from Asia. And yet, the government put his family in that situation. And so, the idea through this revised version that we performed with Mr. Takei on October 5th, 2024, is to, instead of trying to pay homage to every single name, to focus on one story in depth. And so that is how we approach the project. Getting him to tell a story.
Truly phenomenal. What a really, like I said, there are no words to describe how much that was moving to me. It was moving to me in the like I said, in the original iteration, seeing the names scrolled at the concert and then hearing names that they, of course, had read, and then to come back with, George Takei's version and him sharing his stories himself. Just, like you said, that is something that I've never experienced before, a sonic monument in that way. So I'm so thankful that you have paved new territory in the musical space. Because unlike some of those physical monuments that, you go to that site to be able to experience them, this is something that can be all over the planet.
Well, yes, and with
we can all learn from
with the new CD being released on streaming platforms on August 22nd, just at the touch of a button, you can be transformed. And if you close your eyes and listen, an opportunity to reflect and to see what we can do to come together as Americans, as George Takei says, right? To make sure something like this does not happen again. It was an honor to work on this project.
Oh, thank you so much, Marty, and thanks for spending some time with us. And wow, enjoy the party.
Thanks, everyone. Enjoy.
Marty Regan, everybody.
Thank you.
Right. And if you hear, we're playing a little bit in the background. That's actually the revised piece by Deborah D. Bouton and Jasmine Barnes, Jasmine Ariel Barnes. So really, really phenomenal stuff, all on the band album. We're going to talk about it a little more in depth in just a bit. Hello, hi. Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Come on in. Welcome to the party. Yes.
I'm Fran.
Hi, Ariely. So nice to meet you. We're live on camera. Say hello.
Oh, hi.
Can I offer you anything to drink? Champagne, a little bit of wine, water? Okay, over there.
No, my dad. And that was Riley. He was on no, I agree. Oh, who was that?
Yeah. Like the metal. We've identified the wrong term.
Well, it has to say that you take out the Marty is having me
Oh, he would. Okay, literally speaking.
You have to be versatile.
It wasn't option. I mean,
Yes, yes.
He teaches in Texas A&M, and he's just trying to So yeah, because years, I'll do a research Texas It is, but I think it's it's not a very big idea. David, what do you think? So how did you get involved? I can see how they could play a role in I was just in Kansas City, Casey. They had the Japan Festival. It's right there, and I did a piece. And this was classic. The piece that was actually written and poetry.
So you did it again?
No, yeah, we did that. We projected poetry in Japanese transliteration and then also translation as we were singing, as we were singing.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I am. Yes. The other words that were two.
So when was it? That was when the hippie era was kind of fading out, but there was some
There was places in the world somewhere out there. his contact with human beings.
Yeah, but it's dust.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I recently went to Japan and spent a week. I went to Censorship and
Did you see Kodo? Kodo is Japanese from
oh
Taekwondo.
yeah, I was there
Did you
actually.
know Riley? He's one of the founding members of Riley.
Really?
Before they were in Kodo, in the original iteration. Yes. He and I run the Honolulu Marathon together every December. And he's deep into the 70s. Well, not deep into the 70s, but in the 70s. But he's very strong. I'm almost there. I'm only 68. No whippersnapper.
Absolutely.
Decade ahead of me, we're free to
Yes, we are. I think we're about to get ready. Matt is gonna pop the champagne, and then we'll sit down and we cheer.
Hi.
Hi, friend.
Nice to meet you.
I just learned that you're a
Yes.
shakuhachi,
Yes, I am.
Yes.
that's how I discovered that you are.
Really?
Yes.
You know the Shakuhachi Club?
No,
She's a Riley Lee fan.
Oh, you know Riley.
I
He was
was
just here.
You're kidding.
No.
What was he doing here?
He was one of the invited guests.
I would be upset if he knows that we charge you.
Don't worry, you can see it on video.
So
No,
Marty,
no. Wow.
And he was,
Is it A&M?
Sorry,
No, it's-
you know, it's
it's
like,
fine.
we heard,
Yes.
Hot.
Right up.
Is it A&M?
No, thank God. And it's funny, I went in, 2 months ago, the hotel that where we put up all of our guests, 227 people, 5 days. Right? They were like, this is 2026. You don't understand, like, I have never been this guest, and it's never been sexually. Do you know what that is? So this is a chair that Matt went to Austin to pick up an auction. It's one of the original chairs set in the 1960s for Star Trek. So Captain Kirk sat in this chair, and when George came to the concert the year before, he sat in that chair. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
And we have that now, it's almost 90 years ago. That was still 50 years ago. He walked over and he goes, live on in Glasgow.
I had no idea this kind of stuff.
it says here, friends, if you're watching, pizza.
I said I had no idea this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, David did in 1995. Brazil.
Pizza's here.
In there.
Pizza's here for anybody there.
Yeah, I did a lot of this. Or in this.
They were yours.
Right, now it's my set. But I also did that.
Hey y'all, so having a lot of fun here. So right now we have Armand Pope that's playing. Of course we got folks talking and chatting. It's a great party. But I hope you're enjoying it. And this band is such an incredible album. I just want to say for anybody that may be listening, FYC in the best classical compendium category. So just just in case you know. Yeah, so, but it's really a wonderful project, and it tells so many unique and incredible stories. So please check it out. Be sure to stream it on all platforms. Get your CD, get your vinyl. Those are going to be done soon. So do your pre-order for a vinyl. Lots of really great things going on with Apollo, and stuff that we're proud to share from Houston, Texas, to the world.
Yeah, that is on day.
So, but there was a certain amount
Have everyone have a seat. Hey, how are you? Good to see you again. Thanks for coming. You're talking to, this is the composer of our wonderful The Book of Names, George.
You're gonna play the vinyl?
We're gonna play the vinyl.
God.
Yeah.
We're gonna play the vinyl, y'all.
Play the vinyl. If we can.
I'm telling you, it sounds like George
Well,
right here. It sounds like George right here. It's so incredible.
Hey, did you get a drink? Well, I'm gonna close this here.
Yeah. Pop some champagne. Pop the bottles.
We can do a little,
Yeah, that's great.
If you,
That's great. That's great. We're gonna have great. The professional photographer will have some good ones for yourself. Yeah, I'm sure he got. How long are you in town?
That's a good boy. Good
Okay.
boy.
Oh, right now? Okay. Thanks for coming. Yeah, and thanks for doing that last time. Yeah. Do you guys have an album?
Yes, we
Okay.
are.
And we'll have the vinyl soon. So. Thanks for being here. Well, we're gonna do a little listening now, okay?
It's amazing. I know Kansas City. Well, my dad was. Yeah, my dad's. He lives in Kansas City. Yeah.
Johnson County Community College.
Yeah, Kansas. Very cool.
What do you have to do for the skin? You
I didn't have a while to get back to Colorado.
Oh, no. Nice.
Yeah, like that's
That's so fun. Yeah. Very cool. So you're just touring on the road. Yeah.
It's sort of kind of say that.
Yeah. That's great.
A two-stop tour.
Well, listen,
You could call it that.
it's a tour, you're not, not just hanging at home. I would call it, listen, we did, Camp Fire just did a tour, it was an international tour for me, but we went to Estonia, Latvia, and Sweden.
Oh, wow.
So, I count that as, 3 countries, but it's international for me. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a big deal for us. We got to, we sang Storkicon in Stockholm, and so it's really, really too. Oh man, you're firing up the vibe.
yeah.
And it should be on 33, not 45, right?
Yeah, oh yes. Unless you want to.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to our band Stories of Censorship album release listening party. We got a lot of great people here with us this evening, and for those of you online, let's cheers to the album, all right? 1, 2, 3. Cheers. And we're gonna let's start with some music. And this is the top track of our album, The Book of Names of George Takei, on our first ever vinyl. This is a text right here. Yeah.
You don't take the champagne?
Yeah.
I'll take
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll take it. I got it.
Do you want to record as I start this? Okay.
Firing up a vinyl.
Firing up the vinyl. And the you can see Kuiper is very excited about this too. Here we go. Sorry. It's been a while.
After the bombing of Hiroshima and then Nagasaki in 1945,
George has a
the
booming
war with
voice.
Japan ended. America had won, and my family, among 125,181 persons of Japanese ancestry, had to face the challenge of trying to reconstruct our lives in an America still hostile to us. The government gave us each a one-way ticket to anywhere in the United States and $25 to rebuild our lives. We had to fend for ourselves, starting with nothing, and we were still seen by some Americans as the enemy.
George was sitting in this chair. Literally 1 year ago. George was sitting in this chair.
My parents decided to return to Los Angeles, a city where they had married and started our family. Through it all, my parents never lost their moral compass and continued to raise us by example and with dignity. Our parents had lived through the darkest breakdown of our democracy, and yet our father taught us the significance of participation in a participatory democracy. I was active in student government. I was elected student body president at Mount Vernon Junior High, and at Los Angeles High, I was elected senior board president. I volunteered in countless political campaigns. Very slowly, justice seemed to take small steps back toward our community. In 1980, the United States Congress formed the Commission on Wartime Internment of Civilians. In August of 1981, I testified before that commission. I ended my testimony with these words. I have come to understand that as noble and as precious as our American ideals are, they can also be very fragile. Democracy can only be as good or as strong or as true as the people who make it so. It is my belief that America today is strong enough and confident enough to recognize a grievous failure. I believe that it is honest enough to acknowledge that damage was done. And I would like to think that it is honorable enough to provide proper restitution for the injury that was done. For in a larger sense, injury was done to those very ideals that we hold as fundamental to our American system. We, all of us as Americans, must strive to redeem those precepts that faltered years ago when I was a boy. And in that role as an American, I urge restitution for the incarceration of American citizens of Japanese ancestry, because that restitution would, at the same time, be a bold move to strengthen the integrity of America. That was my testimony before the Congressional Commission more than 43 years ago, giving voice to those that were interned, friends, family, and strangers alike.
Yasu Asegawa,
Kiyomatsu Motoshita,
Chie Nagasaki,
Kiyomatsu Omura,
Isaku Ota, Bunjiro Miura,
Yae Isoda,
Ishiro Ura,
Haramatsu Shinada,
Saji Murayama,
Kiyo Morano,
Chozo Nagamatsu,
Mason Kato,
Toyoko Aoki,
Kuma Sonobe,
Jo Hiratsuka,
Tami Miura,
Shisuno Kawada,
Gozo Suzuki,
Fuyu Yasui,
Tokijiro
Sasaichi
Tezuka, Choyai Koga,
Wasuke Nagai,
Yoshi
Mie
Hanamura,
Ikeda,
Haroku Ni,
Mura Shikuma,
Yasu
Ie
Take,
Isumi,
Chiuhiko Narita,
Sue
James
Koichi
Yoshida,
Yamano,
Yoshikiba Igame,
Kazuo
Take
Fushiro,
Kuriya,
Okasano,
Ishikawa,
Kisaburo Shoji,
Shimoto,
Naiji,
Toki
Sunjiro Kanada,
Maeda,
Isaku
Kyo
Morita,
Ueda,
Kazu
Chio
Nakamura,
no
Masao Ono,
Senso Umeda,
Ichiji Goto,
Yukari
Saito,
Iwasada Yamaguchi,
Mizo Yoshida,
Saki Miyamoto,
Sen
Yeo
Mori,
Isoda,
Kuma Nakao,
Sakichi Shiro,
Tami Koto,
Hanjiro Honda,
Masami Miyata,
Daigoro Yoshida,
Senichi Doi,
Sono Taniguchi,
Koji Yoshida,
Katsuji Abe,
Utaru Frank Hashimoto,
Misaburo Tamura,
Kazu Yoshijima,
Zenhei Ota,
Heizo Higuchi,
Ko Tashima,
Nami Kawayoshi,
Kimi Tanaka,
Sae Kaneko,
Takekuma Norman Takei, Fumiko Emily Takei, Henry Hosumi Takei, Nancy Reiko Takei, George Osato Takei. In 1984, the Commission produced a report on its findings. The Commission found the internment was caused by 3 factors. 1, war hysteria. 2, racial prejudice. 3, the failure of political leadership. The Commission's report was sent to the White House. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan, on behalf of the people of the United States, signed the Civil Liberties Act and officially apologized for the internment and paid redress of $20,000 to the survivors who were still alive at the time of the signing of the bill. Our democracy is a precious ideal that requires all of us as Americans to actively engage with it, to keep it strong and true and shining.
George, man, hope everybody enjoyed that. It's always a moving thing to play and also to listen to. Yeah.
It's powerful.
I'd love Marty to say a few words too, but about the I think it's interesting. If you don't know this already, this was actually not written for George and his words. That came after. Yeah, come up here, Marty. Come on. Yeah, because we're live streaming here a little bit. I think what happened is you approached me about our Silence Voices season around censorship, right?
That's right.
And you were interested in writing something. Marty wrote our third ever commission, Splash of Indigo, Next Japanese Folk Music and French Impressionist Music. Been played all over the world now.
2014.
We've performed it everywhere. We performed it hundreds of times, actually, probably.
And it's
It's
been choreographed for dance.
Yes, it's a wonderful piece. So we have a history together, and that's a great relationship.
Like us.
And you called me up and said, "Hey, I'd like to write something for one of your Silence Voices season. What about censorship of Japanese Americans?"
Exactly. And so I did some research and I found out about the existence of this sacred book that was on display at the Los Angeles Japanese American Historical Museum until November 2024. And it was basically a list of all 125,181 Japanese Americans who were interned by the government in World War II. And at the end of this book, it says 125,181 Japanese Americans were interned in World War II. We vow to remember them all. And so that is what remained in my heart when I was writing this piece. How is it that we give voice to all of these people who, lost their identity, at least for a short period of time? And so the idea of the names, right, was very important from the very beginning. And so the first version had a scrolling video that was scrolling at the rate of 600 names per second, so that all of them were delivered within a 10-minute period. And then, of course, there's at the climax of the piece, you offer a musical tapestry of the names, right? As you take various names from here and there, and it builds up in density and then goes back down again. And at some point, you can't actually hear the names anymore. It just becomes cacophonous.
Right.
But that is, in my opinion, a kind of musical allegory for the loss of identity.
Yeah.
So after we did that version, right?
Well, I should say some people in this room probably were at that concert. And it was very interesting because that also had a revised commission on there, which was
the Holocaust.
Yeah, the Holocaust Museum, early 2024, and that was ostensibly the highlight commission of that concert.
Right.
Your commission, we got the music for that maybe 5 days before the concert.
Not 4 weeks.
No, we got and that's the thing. Like being a small, versatile, nimble ensemble, you can kind of do that
very
thing.
nimble, thank you.
And so we get the music, and it wasn't technically the most difficult thing.
No.
But getting the essence of it was more difficult. And then in the concert, we had the scroll. And this isn't to take anything away from anything else in the program, especially revised, because that was the highlight with Deborah, and that's also on this album. But afterwards, I probably got more comments about the Book of Names, and a lot of people came up and said, "I recognized a name on the scroll." That's amazing.
Yes.
How that happened.
There was
right?
one Japanese woman who was in tears saying she recognized the names of friends of hers.
Yeah, I mean, there was 3 or 4 other people that told me they recognized someone on the scroll. That visual was very important, and of course we didn't have that in the version with George. But anyway, after that,
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I think
maybe this is the time for the little podcast too.
Well, I think
you were the one that really put them
to it, right? You went and had a bike ride with your family, and then all of a sudden, what happened?
I'm sorry, I had what?
Oh, I'm asking Matt.
Oh, Matt. Excuse me.
Yes, we were a bike ride, and my son is not here anymore, but he's here. And it really was like a lightning bolt. It was like 3 days after the concert.
From Star
Phaser. It was like a phaser that hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, George needs to speak his own name. And that was the crux of the pitch that I gave to his management.
Right.
So George needs to speak his own name and his family's name, and that was what really sold.
But
out.
what I liked about that idea is, there's still that element of having the names, that we've taken from the book as a musical tapestry. But let's be honest, it's very hard to pay equal, attention to 125,181 people in the course of 10 minutes. So I think the piece is actually improved by having, it's a different version for sure, but it's a different way to kind of highlight one voice, right? With a certain degree of depth, rather than trying to fit everyone's name into 100 into 10 minutes. So that's the way that I see it. We're telling one story in depth with somebody who was actually there. I think that's what really makes it so powerful.
And he's telling that story. And of course, being a Star Trek fan, that was already a big sales thing. And it just checked so many boxes. I think it was meant to be. So I think really special too, that George, his story, he's written about it in different novels and biographies and that sort of thing. But this was something completely new. And so when I went back and forth with his management, I had this idea, George talking about how important his activism was and continues to be, and why democracy is so important. And then I remember when he wrote that back, I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gold. It's awesome. So having him do that, and I think people too should know that it just serendipitously his words work so well with the music. You think they were married from the beginning. But I think that's also why it was Annabelle or Judy, I don't know, were you the one that said we should put the original version also? And I think that was such a great idea.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
And that one, if you look at all of our stuff, it's either or are the most popular ones. So, and actually a reviewer just mentioned he enjoyed listening to the book, the version with George, but then the pathos also comes through in your music. So it kind of highlights a different part of your brain,
for sure,
and the emotional center.
Yeah, especially that middle section where it builds up to a climax, it becomes quite chromatic and dissonant. And not that it's lost with the narration, but it's nice also to have a instrumental version,
of course,
so you can hear the intricacy of the lines.
And Marty and I did work pretty intricately on where things should be timed with George.
Yes.
And I was mentioning to Tom and Terry that it was different in the concert, it was different in the rehearsal, but it was all special. And we kind of made it the way we wanted it to be in the
I love this
post.
version. There's some real dramatic pauses, even the last few seconds. Yep. Sometimes you need to have that moment of repose for things to settle until you
keep talking.
Anyway,
let me show. I was going to put this up while we were. What commission is this of yours? Can you talk about that? What number?
Oh, what number?
Yeah.
The Book of Names?
Yeah. If you know. I was just going to show.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
A little bit of the kind of the recording, because we haven't shared these pictures so much, but some people have seen the rehearsal right here. Okay, I should get my son here, but he loved Javi.
Yes,
that was really amazing.
Do you remember when he came here for the first time?
Yeah.
And you had the whole studio decked out in Star Trek memorabilia. You had the models. You had the 6 foot here, and then you had this amazing. This was from the set, right?
It's what was used on the set. So 1960s chromacone chair. And where did we get that, Annabelle? Remember?
In Austin, I thought.
Yeah, we got it near Austin.
Yeah.
There was one. This woman was pregnant and she was getting rid of stuff. These retail. They sell for $2 or $3 grand, and I think she gave it to us for $400 or something.
Wow.
Yeah. And he sat in that.
He sat in there. It was great.
But when he walked in the door for the first time, we were all excited to meet him, wondering how he would react, to
He was so great.
But you remember he put up his hand and he said, "Live long and prosper."
Yeah. There we go. I think that might be towards the end, but that was really fun to have him here.
He was such a gentleman.
This was the beginning. Before he got there.
Right.
There he is. Coming through the door with Brad. And for those of you that you were totally right, Marty. I totally forgot about that. I mean,
Yes.
so I think his hands are permanently etched.
I can't do that with
He's gonna pass away, and like his hands are gonna be like that, for George Levin. Posterity. So yeah, it was really fun to have everybody here for that. Some people. We gave him a tour.
I think we all should try to do that.
Yes, we should. Yes, for a picture at the end. Yeah. There we go. I love this in front of the mirror. And a lot of this studio happened because we needed a space for George. I mean,
Yes.
we couldn't have done this at Match or. Actually, Judy tried to get Wortham, and they never answered. Hey guys, we're looking at a picture. Look at this.
For that concert?
Yeah. Well, no, for even just a rehearsal. We're gonna rent out one of your. Yeah. Look for 1 second.
Okay.
We're just showing. Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay, because we found the TV in the living room.
And here's the rehearsal. I was just gonna show.
That's cool.
2 more pictures.
It is cool.
Yeah, we only had a few days with him, but it really took shape.
We had a 2-hour rehearsal with him on Friday morning, and then we went to there you go, right there. Then we went to the KUH radio TV station for the interview, and then there's Marty. Yeah. Very composerly.
Yes.
Here's more of the recording session. Nobody would have really seen this yet, but yeah, that's where we did it. So this was at
Hobby Center.
It says 8 a.m. up there, but I think it was 9. Wasn't it? And it's interesting too, because I think because we recorded it in Zilko, the richness of his voice really blends in with the visuals or in our instruments too.
I mean, it's just, there are no words. Like, who gets to spend a few days with George Takei? Like, come on. You know, like, it's so phenomenal.
We did, his voice was separate, so we did his after. Didn't we do his after? Yeah, anyway, we did his voice recording. But we did like maybe 2 takes, right? Remember, Marty?
Yep.
And then he was done.
And then we
gave him a couple notes, but I mean, that was
some intonation here and there.
You're mispronouncing the name Takei.
Takei, I know. Well, first thing he says was Takei rhymes with
gay.
Gay.
Who said that?
He says it. He says it himself. Takei rhymes with gay, right? Okay, so there's Brad. They're really nice. They send their regards.
How do they meet them?
I think they were the first people to get a marriage license in California in 2000.
Really? Wow.
First same-sex couple. I think we can end with these pictures. Are nice. This was. Hold on. Where's the oh my one? Oh gosh, where's that?
Do you have any photographs of the mayor who offered a proclamation?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to show this one is. He was so nice with getting pictures.
You should put a book together.
Yeah. Here it is. We're saying, oh my. Oh my. This was nice that Pin Lim got some kind of on-stage shots from the side. That was really nice. The crowd. There's Marty. What did you want to see? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, cool. We should move on.
Yeah.
Thank you for that walk down memory lane.
Thank you.
Happy 1 year anniversary. What
Yeah,
an
today.
amazing-
Yes.
Wow.
What an amazing
You
journey.
can see on our Spotify, it's the number 3 piece right now. I'll go piece first.
In terms of what, listening?
Yeah, for our streams.
Ontopia.
Which is also on there.
It's on there, yeah.
So Wayne, since you're here, can you maybe guys want to talk about Revise?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Camera? Yeah.
Should we listen first?
Yeah. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to some.
Can we listen to it on here? Because we haven't.
Yeah.
So this vinyl is going to be 2 discs, and this one, you can only put about 20 minutes on the side of a vinyl just because of the physical limitations, and everything is 2, 2, and 2, and 2. Like it worked out so well for the tracks.
Perfect.
So let's see. This is on side 2. Why don't you talk a little bit about
Sure. Yeah. So, hey everybody. So, it's really interesting. I can say that I was so fortunate to have been a part of the Revise piece and the Revise commission since I think the first concert, the first performance of it. Revise was written by 2 phenomenal ladies, Jasmine Barnes, the music composer, and Deborah Deep Mouton, the lyricist and performer. When I say this piece and the way that it came together is just so powerful and speaks at a level that just affects me personally. And so beyond being getting to be a performer, a featured choral artist on the piece, it's just powerful to witness and powerful to be to be a part of, because it's speaking truth to an experience that Black Americans have had. And in my family and among some of my friend groups, we've had a terminology that we've referred to, for example, as post-traumatic slave syndrome, where we live in an era and in a time where certain members of our community are still paying debts for challenges that previous generations have faced. And what I really appreciated about Revise is that Deborah encapsulates that so powerfully in the way that she speaks about, like, AI Frederick Douglass, for example, marrying the contemporary with the past. But it is a piece that is just unique and powerful to me, and the arrangement of having it be with a string quartet, an 8-piece chorus, and this master poet, poet and performer. It just speaks on so many different, fires on so many different cylinders. And so I really was touched to be a part of Revise, every step of the way. And since I think that first performance in February of 2024, it's just grown more and more powerful for me. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a really wonderful piece, and something I'll mention one more thing too. One thing I love about the team of Deborah and Jasmine, because they do a lot of things together. In fact, they just premiered a really amazing opera together. So they're in Chicago. Yeah, so they're a composition team. Another thing I really love about it is that they understand the interplay of different idioms of music, if different times of music. So like writing very contemporary pop style music for a string quartet, and then marrying it with a group of voices that are Black voices, but then also voices that have a lot of power and a lot of heft and can deliver that what you would say classical voices. It's those elements that you mix together with that make the piece so powerful for me. Because if you really look at the string writing, it's a lot of pop music. It reminds me of like 80s R&B kind of thing, and it's so cool to set that style against these other elements. So I hope you really enjoy.
And just to piggyback on that, what I really want you to listen for is the tone painting. Like you go to an opera and you'll see that the music matches the voice and they complement each other in different ways. And I think that they do that in some of the the text is very powerful. So like doing that with Ponticello and some other things is so cool.
I'll have to share one more little thing since I have the bully pulpit for a second. In the recording session, I lost myself when I was listening because we're all focusing on our parts, and there was something about the way that Leanne and Aaron and Casey I'm blanking. I hope I get it right. But there was something about the way that our ladies in the ensemble sang the term "You will not." I mean, it just gave me like Auntie the house down. Like I really like it. Just really like just complete. Like I had a whole. It was a situation, during the. But it was just. It's the power of that collective family knowledge of voices that came together also.
All right, I'm gonna have to try to find this in the middle of the.
Ooh, this is a tough job.
Old school.
Old school. That's on the next album. That'll be.
This is the ending. That's pretty good, actually. This is the end. This is Daisy and Jay from Mark Buller's Firewall. Hey, I did a good job. This is it. All right.
Very good. Yes.
Nice.
They would have you believe that noise was the greatest threat. That if we gathered together, the sheer volume of our breath could black out 10 city blocks. Our protest locked front page as if to sell the idea that volume equates danger. We've always been a loud people, brought riot over through the Middle Passage, perfected rebellion like Turner and Tubman. We loud mouth culture, announcing our need for progress, civil rights, equality, We dream like a billboard in stereo, always have. Blackness on big screen, acting like our lives are meant to be lived till Social Security. Daydream of our kids burying us before we could them. Telling a story. Unbound. Unbanned. How long till there's nothing left to quiet? They would have you believe their edit, that this kind of clamor is chaos, that the decibel we thrive at seeks to deafen their existence, but it is the silence. It's the silence creeping in, silence creeping in. The muted ring of nothingness, violence creeping in, that we should fear the most. Silence creeping in, silence creeping in. We have always known of the midnight meetings that turn crosses into bonfire, into backfire, into misfire whispers, that turn ballot boxes into time machines, size of a quiet majority plotting uprise in pantomime, sweeping language under then changes and calling it the truth. You didn't know Black folks actually benefited from slavery. You didn't know A.I. Frederick Douglass says we are built on compromise. A wink and a gun lights a gas fire, our bodies gaslit dangling from a noose in a library over a gerrymandered fire pit. We kick and crackle, we howl and scream, and they have learned how quiet a smile can smolder, how discreet a well-executed plan can pull the tongue out. Omission lives where the truth is not brave enough to speak. Censorship is the half-note rest taking up the whole beat, the scalpel to the meat. We push to be heard when underneath us they work in silence, slicing back every law. Resecting the second, the minute, the century. The lobotomy of silence is the most deadly. The one accord that nods across the room and knows who does not belong, whose story does not deserve to be remembered, who is holding the mic but is never gonna be amplified. We live in a country that's been turning us down for years. And yet, to know this doesn't mean we stop speaking. Doesn't mean we stop living a version of life that might be altered when retold around their fires. Cannot mean we tire, drown ourselves out to acquiesce. Will not mean that the echo ringing in our chest won't find its way out. Stage after age, after rage, after page, until there is nothing left to quiet. It's time, there's nothing going quiet. It's time. enemy, we will consider the margins as much as the lines themselves, the breath as much as the words we speak, the empty shelves and the missing pages, the erasers put to work on history. We will write ourselves back in. We will take the stolen narrative back in our home hands, by whisper or by might. We defy by existing, whether speaker loud or church quiet. We revise and reprise and revise and revive until we are the story you can't white or tune out.
There it is. All right. I think we should do fall down and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you did, okay, well, then that's it. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So great. See you down there. We do a pizza over here. Did that come? For your.
For the shop.
Oh, yeah, cool. When's your concert? Thursday night. Where is it at?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm right there in between. So
You can go both ways.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
dinner, I'm like,
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
And it's just funny.
Oh, thanks, Ed. Yeah. I think I gotta take that off.
And, you know,
This would look like a good, company for LPs. Sure. So I don't know if you know.
The first conversation, that might be